Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the class. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, teacher. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
A little bit sick, but good.
Oh, really? Oh, my goodness. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you taking something already? Some pills, medicine?
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. I hope you get better soon.
thanks, teacher.
Hello, good morning, everybody. How are you? How do you feel today? It's Friday. How do you feel?
I'm fine, teacher. What about you?
Good. Do you have plans for the weekend?
For this day, only stay at home. But tomorrow, yes.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. And you guys, do you have any plans for the weekend? Yes? No? Come on.
Morning, teacher.
Good morning. How are you?
Can't complain. And you?
So far, so good. Thanks for asking. Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Not really. Probably on Sunday I will out with my boyfriend, but I'm not sure.
Okay, all right. How about Anderson? Hello, Anderson. How are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm good.
Do you have any plans for the weekend?
Uh, Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but I for this weekend probably I will work.
mm,
Yeah.
so you cannot rest.
I will not rest.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear that. How about Sarah? Hello, Sarah. Good morning.
Hello, Miss. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
So.
And do you have any plans for the weekend?
Um, I was thinking to practice about the vocabulary because I understand that I really needed to practice.
Ah, that is
Okay.
very
Mhm.
important. Sounds good. And that is something, everybody, that I would like to everybody, please do that. Okay? Because, yeah, vocabulary is totally important because what will happen on Monday? Do you remember?
I don't know if we're going to have an evaluation or if we're going to have the homework.
No, we will have the evaluation. I'm sorry because I sent you a message, but it was the wrong group. But you guys, you will have speaking evaluation on Monday, okay? So,
Okay, in that case, teacher, the evaluation is going to be individually or is going to be in general here in the group?
all right, don't worry. I will give you all the details about the evaluation. I'm just waiting for most of the people connect, okay? So I can give the instructions when everybody is in the class, okay? But I will give
Okay.
you all the details, don't worry. So,
Teacher, I received yesterday an email for the platform. So can I start to with the evaluations or with exercise?
absolutely. That is something that I wanted to tell you, everybody. Today and tomorrow, well, yesterday and today, the coordinators will be sending your users. Some of you received the users yesterday. Some of you probably will receive it today. The new students will receive the users and the password. The ones that have been studying here before, you're not going to receive a user or a password because, I mean, you will have the same user and the same password, okay? You just need to enter to the platform and you will see already the new group activated, okay? So I'm going to share the platform, everybody. Let me show you. This is the way that the platform looks like. Can you see the platform? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
For the new people, for the new students, you will receive the email. In the email, you will see the link. So open the link. And this is like when you enter to Facebook, for example, you need to paste your user, that is the user that they sent you, and you have to write the password. The password is the same password that they send you in the email, okay? Don't change the password. Don't put your personal password because that is not the one. When you enter to the platform, you will see one group that is intermediate one and the number is 083. That is the number of your group, okay? So you just need to click here in the group and you will see, look, all the topics that we have been practicing. So you just have to start with the number one. Some exercises are grammar topics. It is not an exercise. You just have to read the information. Some are videos that you need to watch. So let's start with the first one, traditional dishes. Perfect. You read it. And this is something very important. In order to continue to the next exercise, you always have to click here in the bottom that is at the end, that it's completed. Let's continue. If you don't click here, the platform, it is not going to save your progress, okay? So be careful. Remember, completed, let's continue. Then here you will see the first exercise.
Teacher, I don't know if it's your internet or it's my internet.
Can you listen to me very well, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And can you see what I'm sharing?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so complete the exercise. For example, you can see this. Here you have the options. You just have to click in the correct option. When you finish, it's submit answers. And that is going to allow you to continue to the next question, and so on and so on. If your answers are not correct, so the platform is going to tell you to repeat. It's going to ask you to repeat the exercise until you get the correct answers. And that is the way, everybody, that you will work on the platform. Important. If you scroll down, you will see that at the end of the unit number 2, there is the first written exam. Look, you have to do the exam, but this one, it is not during the class. You can take this exam in the morning, in the afternoon, at night, on weekends, whenever you want, okay? There's no problem at all. So the idea is that you need to advance every week in the platform in order that you can finish the platform on time. I have here the calendar. Let me show you. I know that you received the users a little bit late. I'm sorry for it. But it's supposed that for this week, by the end of this week, that is the week number 1, you already need to have on the platform the 25%. So for the ones that receive the users today or the ones that already receive it, let's start working it. And during the weekend, try to advance as much as possible so you can get the 20%. Got it? Yes, everyone?
Got it.
Is it clear the way that you are going to work on the platform? Yes?
Yes, clear.
Excellent. Now, just be careful and remember, click in the bottom that is at the end that says complete and continue. Because if you don't do that, I mean, at the end, the platform won't be able to save your information, okay? So just be careful with that. Do you have any questions so far about the platform? Yes? No?
No, it's clear.
Excellent. Now, I want to inform, because it's Friday, we are finishing the first week. And I'm going to share with you, everybody, how our percentage in the attendance is. So far, so good, let me tell you. But I'm going to share it individually so you can see your percentage. Give me 1 second. Oh, let's see. Okay, can you see what I'm sharing right now? Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. As a group, this is our percentage. As a group, okay? Intermediate 1, you guys as a group has 92% on the attendance. So actually, that is pretty good. You are doing great. However, we can get better. I mean, we can improve. There are another groups that they have like 93, 94. There are some groups with 96% in the attendance. So we are doing great, but we can improve, okay? Now, individually, this is your percentage. If you have 25%, that means that your score is perfect, okay? 25, 24% is acceptable. If you have less, that means that you need to improve. If your name is in yellow, it's because it is important to be a little bit more responsible, everybody, okay? Because at the contrary, if you continue in yellow, you won't be able to get the percentage at the end of the course. So look at your, can you see your names, everyone? I'm going to try to do it bigger. Can you see your names? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I will scroll down so you can see what your percentage is. Again, if you have 25 or 24, is good. Less than that, you need to improve, okay? Less than 24, you need to improve. And if you are in yellow, you need to improve even more. I know you have your reasons. I know that you explain me the situations, but unfortunately, everybody, remember that the attendance is generated by Zoom. And that's something that I cannot modify. Okay, so these are the scores. Could everybody see the percentage?
The preferred score is 25%.
Yes, 25 is perfect.
Okay.
That means that you haven't failed any class or that you were here the 90 minutes every day. If you have less, you need to improve, okay? And
Okay.
in the chat says this attendance is until yesterday. Yes, of course. This percentage is counting until yesterday, okay? So we are not counting today, of course. My name is Rosie. Okay, no worries, Rosibel. I'm going to fix it right now. What else? Do you have any other question? No? Okay, so everybody, please, at the end of the class, I want to everybody enters to the platform, please, and let's start working. If for one reason someone cannot enter, or you don't have the user, or you don't have the access, or something happens, you have to tell me today, okay? So I can report it and we can fix it today. So during the weekend, you can have the access to the platform and you can advance. But that's why I need you to everybody try to enter to the platform today. Understood? Yes?
Got it.
Yes.
Excellent. Very good job. So let's start, everybody. It's Friday, so we are going to have a lot of practice. I hope you're ready to talk a lot. I can see some people with the camera off. Everybody, come on. I want to see you. And don't forget to write your full names. So Sarah, please, full name, Alexander Munoz. Please write your full name too in your profiles. This is important. When I'm checking the attendance, sometimes there are people that appears only with one name. And remember, if you have only one name, INSAFORP is not going to accept that attendance, okay? Be careful with that. Okay, can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes?
I can.
Excellent. Okay, everybody, so today is November 10th. Remember that according to the calendar, Monday is the first speaking evaluation, okay? So everybody, I'm going to give you the instructions for the speaking evaluation. So please pay a lot of attention. If you have questions, just let me know. For the speaking evaluation is going to be here in the class, of course. First of all, you need to keep the camera on. If you are taking the exam with the camera off, that is not acceptable, and it's going to be points less. So the evaluation is next Monday, and look, what do you need to do? This is going to be like a mini presentation. It's going to be individual. Each person will have 3 minutes, okay? So you will have 3 minutes. Listen, you need to organize your ideas, because if you are in the middle of the presentation and you already spoke 3 minutes, I will interrupt you and I will say, I'm sorry, but time's up. The time is over. And if you couldn't present all the information, that is going to affect you, okay? So if you, on the other hand, you talk for only 2 minutes, for me will be like, okay, what else? You still have 1 minute, continue talking. Okay, so that's why you need to organize your ideas and try to use the time that you have. What are you going to talk about? Well, everybody, I want you to choose a good memory from your childhood, okay? Try to remember when you were a kid, choose one memory and tell us about it. The idea is that you can talk in simple past, of course, and I want you to include the verb used to. If you explain the memory childhood, everything good, but you didn't use the verb used to, you are not going to have all the points, okay? So include the details. Now, there is another point that you need to include in your speaking. I want you to describe a dish that you used to eat when you were younger. So remember, we are talking about childhood memories. So then you can say, I remember when I went to the beach with my family, ta, 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 ta. And then tell me a dish that you used to eat. So you had to explain the recipe. You had to tell me the ingredients. You had to tell me the steps. And of course, using sequencers. So my recommendation, everybody, is divide your time. You can use 1.5 minutes for the first question and 1.5 minutes for the second question that is describing the dish. In total, you will have the 3 minutes. As simple as that. And something very important is don't read. If I identify that you are reading, because I mean, it's pretty obvious when you are reading. If I notice that you are reading, if I notice in your eyes and your fluency, that is going to give you a point less, okay? Is it clear, everybody, the topics that you are going to talk about?
Yes. Very good.
It's clear.
Yes. Now, aspects that I'm going to evaluate: fluency, okay? Don't make pauses, hesitations, don't read. I'm going to evaluate vocabulary. If you use the vocabulary that we studied in the class, that's extra points, okay? I recommend you guys, when you are describing a recipe, try to tell me something interesting, okay? Don't come and say, yes, I remember I used to eat Maruchan soup. Come on, Maruchan soup is not a big deal, okay? So try to tell me something interesting. I'm going to evaluate grammar, of course, the structure, especially for the simple past. And I'm going to evaluate pronunciation, the pronunciation of the vocabulary, the pronunciation of the verbs in simple past too. And in the vocabulary also, I'm going to be evaluating Spanish word. For each Spanish word that you said during the exam is 1 point less. So don't speak in Spanish. It's not necessary to have a PowerPoint presentation. I don't want PowerPoint presentations, don't worry. You just need to talk. Is that clear? The speaking evaluation, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to send this information to WhatsApp groups. Don't worry, I'm going to send it so you can remember the instructions. And also, everybody, during the exam on Monday, the participation can be like volunteering. If you want to be the first one, you can tell me, teacher, I want to be the first one, or teacher, I want to continue, or it can be randomly, okay? I can pick someone randomly, and then the next person, and so on and so on. Okay? Got it?
Got it.
Gotcha.
Excellent. So be ready for Monday. Don't say like, hi, teacher, on Monday, I'm sick. I have an emergency. I cannot participate. Excuses are a lot. So try to be responsible. If everybody passes on Monday, I'm not going to evaluate on Tuesday, okay? Tuesday is just in case that the time is not enough. Okay? Any questions so far about the speaking evaluation?
No.
No? Okay, so everybody, 3 minutes. I think that is kind of simple. It is not a big deal. I wish I could give you more time, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people in the group, so we are not going to have so much time. Again, organize your ideas, because imagine that you explained the first question, and in the first question, you talked for 3 minutes. You won't have time to describe your dish. And if you don't describe the fish, oof, you are going to lose like 5 points. Okay? So be careful with the time. Now, after explaining the speaking evaluation, let's see, what was the topic that we studied yesterday, everyone?
Used to.
Used to. How can we use used to?
Something that occurred on the past, but it's not happening anymore.
Excellent, that's correct. Happened something in the past, but right now it's no longer happening. Very good. So everybody, I want you to practice used to. We are going to have 5 minutes to review a little bit this topic, and we are going to do it through some questions. I want you to remember when you were a young child. Try to remember when you were, I don't know, 10, maybe 10 years old, 12. So try to remember, what did you used to watch on TV? What do you think? Do you remember? Anyone? What did you used to watch?
Only cartoons.
Okay. What else? What kind of cartoons? What kind of movies? Do you remember, everyone?
I used to watch Dora with my cousin. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Who else? Okay, in the chat says Nickelodeon. Did you used to watch Nickelodeon, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Like-
SpongeBob and the Fairy Parents.
Yes, I remember that. It was pretty good. All right, so look, we are going to have 5 minutes to practice these questions. I want to everybody give details. Remember, we are talking in simple past. Be careful with the pronunciation of the verbs. I'm going to send the questions on WhatsApp group. We'll go to the breaking rooms, and I want you to talk to your classmates. This is just a quick review, so we are going to have only 5 minutes. So give me a second. I'm sending the questions. Please, everybody, enter to the breaking rooms. Remember that every time that you enter to the breaking rooms, it's something evaluated, okay? It counts as participation. If you don't enter to the breaking rooms, that means that you are just not participating, okay? Are you ready, everybody? Yes?
Yeah.
Pretty
Yes.
good. Okay, let's go to the breaking rooms.
Morning.
Good morning.
Okay, who's going to start? Do you have the questions already?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to start?
Um,
I'm going to start if you don't mind. If you are nervous.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, I'm going to
Eh,
start.
What did you used to watch on TV?
I used to watch a lot of cartoons in my free times after coming back of school. I used to watch Nickelodeon, as I mentioned, some cartoons that were transmitted at that time, SpongeBob, and another cartoon that it's called, I don't remember, Hey Arnold, and so on. I also used to watch documentaries in Animal Planet and the news. I remember when I was younger, I liked to watch the news on TV, either in the afternoon and at night.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, the second is, what time did you used to go to bed at night? I used to go to bed pretty early when I was younger, at 8 p.m., sometimes at
Like a
9 p.m.
responsible boy.
Yes, I was very responsible. Right now, I go to bed sometimes at 11 p.m. or at midnight because
Yeah,
I have a lot of work to do.
For this season, I remember that used to be every morning watching TV because we have the Christmas season in Channel 6. I don't
Yeah.
know if you also watch these cartoons. And then I remember that when was um, 11 a.m., they start to give a familiar movie, but everything was about Christmas time.
Christmas time. That was nice. And about you, let me see. Isama?
I'm Isamar.
Yes. What do you used to watch on TV, Isama?
I'm Isamar. I told before.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. The other girl is
Rosibel.
Rosibel. This moment she is listener. Well, it's my, let me see. In my case, when I was a child, I remember that I only have two cartoons that I love. The first of all, I used to watch Digimon, and let me see, and also I used to watch Allegra's Windows on Nickelodeon.
Didn't you used to watch another cartoon?
No,
Hello.
hello?
Hello.
Okay. And what about you, Rosibel?
Hello. In my case, when I was a child, I used to watch some cartoon. For example, I watched Goku. Also, I watch Los Thundercats. Also, I used to watch
What games did you used to play?
I used to play jumping rock because I watched a movie on TV. That's why I was motivated to learn about jumping rock.
Okay. And where did you used to live?
I used to live in San Salvador. I
Okay.
burned Salvador, so that's why I used to.
Days always at 6 a.m. because I used to play with my friends. So
Yeah, me too. And I used to watch TV on weekends with my dad. So yes. Or for example, the um Sundays I used to get up early because I went to the church.
Okay.
So
And you
yeah.
can,
And well, on weekends, I used to wake up at 6 because my class start at 7 a.m. So I needed to take my breakfast, watch TV, as I said, like Wonder's Pet. And on weekends, it's depend. I used on Saturday, I used to wake up at 9, and Sunday I used to wake up at 5 because I remember that all Sundays with my mom, we visit my uncle. So yes, that's it.
Okay, I used to get up very late.
Why?
Ah, no, just only the weekend because over the weekend I used to go to the school and only the weekend I used to get up very late.
Okay, that's cool. Well, in my case, I used to get up early because I had to go to kindergarten and then to high school. Cause but it's just the same as you. When in the weekends I
Mhm.
could sleep late. So
Because
Yeah.
yeah. What
I
about you?
love sleep.
What?
I love sleep.
Yeah, me too. I used to love
So
sleep.
do I.
What
Okay.
So do
time did
I.
you wake up when you were a kid, Victor?
Well, in my case, I used to get up like the same as you, in between 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Because yes, I had to go to the school. So
Yeah.
it was that's why because in uh, in the weekend, like you, it's like, and I used to get up like in 10 or 11
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning. So it was delicious. Right now, I cannot do the same,
Oh
but
yeah.
uh,
But we used to enjoy sleep, so
yes, of
yeah.
course.
I used to go I used to go late to the school too when I was a child.
Okay. I could hear that both of you have a very close family. Um, you had the opportunity to read stories, in your case, Natalie, for your brother, right? And the other person, let me see, and Norma,
Norma.
the
Yes,
story
my fathers
from your father.
used to
Uh-huh,
tell
from
us.
your father. Uh-huh. I didn't
Yeah.
have that opportunity. Um, we grew up, let me see, we grew up, I don't consider alone. I grew up with my two sisters, but
Mm,
we we fought all the time. I don't know why.
really.
Maybe we have maybe we were very rude girl. We used to have a bad behavior for my single mother. She had to work all the day, and we were alone during the day. I consider that impact in our childhood and in our behavior because we don't have adult that can be saying don't do this or do that, and but we always had I don't know how do you say castigo the next day for our bad behaviors.
I'm not sure it is punished, but I consider that you had a complicated childhood.
It was not complicated, but we don't have
Hard.
maybe hard because we were 3 little girls growing up alone with an adult, right? We could
Really?
do everything that we want, and we were very
we played that game with my brothers and my neighborhood child. And that was funny. And always was in the night. That's why we went to the bed really late.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Okay, and what time did you use to get up in the morning, Celia?
Okay. I used to get up at 6 a.m. because you know, here in Coatepec City, the people who are selling pan, so for this reason,
Okay.
there is a noisy neighborhood here. And also for el tren de la basura, I don't know how do you say it in English, but for that reason, fortunately, I used to get up at that time. So, but I remember that I have to get up early to get ready for school. Because the classes start at 7 o'clock or the kinder, you know. For that reason, I used to take a shower very early. I used to eat my breakfast. Yes, with my brother. I used to brush my teeth. I used to regarding my flowers because I have a garden. So since I was a kid, I used to have a lot of flowers, like sunflowers. So for that reason, I used to get out really early. I used to calm my heart, and I used to let me think. And I used to in the school. I used to arrive early. That's it.
Cool. And you, Clarissa?
In my case, I always go up late because I didn't like to go up early, and I used to go to the school at morning, but I didn't like it. I always said to my mom, please go to I want to go to the school at afternoon, but she never wanted. But it was a problem to me because I didn't like to go up early. Time's up. Let's go back to the main room. Time's up, time's up. Okay, everybody, let's go back. Let's wait for your classmates. Time's up, time's up. How was the practice? Easy? More or less? Difficult? Easy. Easy? Cool. All right. Could you answer all of the questions? Yes. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, let's see. Wait for everybody. Okay, I was listening to very interesting answers. A lot of details. I like that. Did your classmates use correctly the verbs in past? Yes?
Yes.
Good. Did your classmates speak in Spanish?
No.
To
And
be honest,
why do you laugh?
No.
She says no. And
Nothing in Spanish.
Suspicious, suspicious.
Well, you
No.
can ask that kind of question if we just speak English.
Look at this, everybody. Imagine that those questions, imagine that that was your exam, okay? Did you pass the exam?
no, I didn't because I used some words. Maybe 2 or 3,
Interesting.
to be honest.
Okay. And the rest of you, everybody? Did you pass
I
the
need
exam?
to practice more.
Okay, interesting. Now, I was listening. Something good is that you were trying to give details because I was listening to the groups and everybody was like talking and talking a lot. I love that. That's good. Something that I like is that you sounded very confident. I mean, you sounded like a very natural conversations. Did you feel nervous during the practice?
No.
No.
Not
Not at all.
really, right?
Okay. Yeah,
Actually,
I feel nervous.
a little bit, maybe.
I feel nervous only the first class.
That's good, and that's the idea. I want you guys, and that's why practicing is very important because you get like more confident, okay? That's what I need. Now, there are some details that we always need to pay attention on it. So, for example, I born in San Salvador. Can I say that? What do you think?
No.
I was born.
I
I
was
was born.
I was born. In this case, when we are talking about the day that we come, well, the day that we came to this beautiful world, so we always have to say the verb to be and the verb born. Always, they go together. Can I say in the weekend?
On the weekend.
On the weekend.
So prepositions, everybody, on weekends. I love sleep.
I love to sleep.
So here you have two options. You can say I love to sleep or I love sleeping.
sleeping.
But I love sleep? No. We used to enjoy sleep. Is that correct?
I used to enjoy
Enjoy sleeping or used to we
Hmm.
used to enjoy to sleep.
to sleep.
Actually, be careful with the verb enjoy. Enjoy is not flexible. Enjoy can be followed only by gerunds. So all the time that you use the verb enjoy, the next verb, it has to be in ing. You cannot say enjoy to sleep. No, that is not possible. You have to say enjoy sleeping.
Sleeping.
In the night, can I say in the night?
At night.
At night.
Prepositions, prepositions. I was listening to this expression in Spanish, garbage truck. So what is garbage truck?
Camión de la basura.
The truck.
Exactly, the ones to collect the garbage in every house. So don't say that in Spanish, write it down. The people that is, you know, in El Salvador, it's very common that there are a lot of people selling on the streets and they scream, they speak up and they say like, I don't know, bread, okay, or any kind of things.
Or they make compliments to you.
And look at this.
Or potato.
Exactly. Yes. So we call them street sellers or street vendors. Okay. So you can use those phrases. Street sellers, street vendors, the ones that you prefer. But please don't say it in Spanish. That is like the main observation. Please remember, if you forget a word in Spanish, I mean in English, or if you just don't know how to say it in English, explain. You don't know how to say the garbage truck? Explain it. You know, the truck. If you don't remember truck, okay, the cleaning service, the car, the big car that has next to my house, taking the garbage. I don't know, invent an explanation, but don't say it in Spanish. Got it?
Got it.
Excellent. So far, so good, everybody. Now let's continue. The topic that we are going to study today is related with used to. So pay a lot of attention. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. So everybody, today I have some questions for you. First question, look at this picture. What comes to your mind when you see this picture?
Pandemic.
The pandemic. Do you
The
remember?
pandemic.
Do you remember the pandemic?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you
Of course.
remember everything? All the chaos, the panic, the rules? Yes. Do you remember how things used to be before COVID? Yes. Do you think that life used to be different, or it's just the same?
Yes. No.
Absolutely.
It
Yeah,
changed.
just because you could enter to any place without mask.
So we used to go and enter to different places without wearing face masks. What else?
One a big difference between before COVID and then when was COVID is the increase of social networks.
Oh, that's true. Because we were at home, you know, everybody started to use social networks. Let me ask you, did we used to watch TikTok before COVID?
No.
Not really.
Not really,
No, I
right?
didn't.
Okay. We started to use it during the pandemic. What else, everybody? Do you remember any other thing?
Work
that
at
you-
home.
The home office.
Yeah.
Did we used to, you know, work at home before COVID?
Not really.
Not really, right? How about the classes? Did we study
Um,
home?
Not exactly. Were some classes, but not like now. We have more classes in online.
Exactly. And if you remember, right, we used to go to the place, right? We used to go to the university, to the school, to academies, face-to-face classes. Now, was it easy, everybody, to adjust to the new changes? To get used to get accustomed to the new changes? Was it easy or difficult?
No. At the
What
beginning
was very
was
easy.
at the beginning, well, in my case, at the beginning it was really hard, you know, to try to get used. Yeah, so
I know, yeah. How about you guys?
I think the person who loves staying at home was easy. But the person, the only in the party or something like that, maybe was hard, right?
They suffer. And what kind of person are you? Are you the ones who
Uh,
love to stay at
no,
home?
I really love staying in my home.
So you didn't have so much.
Yeah, I'm old now. Maybe when I was young.
Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher. In my opinion, one of the most difficult things during COVID was that we couldn't see our or family. In my case, my father and mother, all my family, my parents and my siblings live far away or just far.
Both, far away or far, both.
Okay, far away of me. And in COVID, I used to watch them just through a screen, and I wanted to give them a hug, and that was terrible for me.
Yeah, that was very difficult, the social distancing. It was very hard. Now, what do you think, everybody? Think about the present. Are you already accustomed to the new lifestyle? What do you think? Or do you think that you are still having troubles getting used to it?
I think it's very easy right now.
Sounds good.
Because I remember before COVID, didn't exist this delivery services.
Very good point.
But right now it's coming to
It's very common. That's true. And you guys, are you already accustomed to the new lifestyle? Yes? Not at all?
Yes. I think that everything changed. We changed and the thing changed. For example, the topic that I said, networks, everything. Everything changed. The possibilities changed. The I don't know how can say the thing. For example, cell phones, computers, tablets, devices change. So everything changed. So for that reason, today we are accustomed to the new lifestyle.
That's true. It hasn't been easy, right? But with the time, little by little, right now, we are getting used to it. So analyzing these questions, we are going to talk about 3 verbs that appears in these questions, and they are very similar, but at the same time, very difficult, very different. We have used to, we already studied it, used to, okay? We already know how to use it, but also we have be used to, and we have get used to. These 3 verbs are very similar because all of them has the word used to, but in the meaning, they are different. And we are going to study how we can use them. Look, in the first place, we have used to. We already know that used to is for the things that we did or something happened in the past, but it's not happening anymore. What is the structure? You know that after used to, what happens with the verb?
It's in its base form.
It's in the base form. That means no changes. Keep in mind that. Now let's analyze be used to. Be, we have the verb to be. When do we use it? Volunteer for reading, please. When do we use be used to?
Things we are accustomed to doing.
Thank you. Things that we are, this is the key word, accustomed. What is the meaning of accustomed?
Acostumbrados.
Exactly. Now pay a lot of attention to the structure. I need, of course, the subject. I need the verb to be. Then used to, but what happens to the verb?
It's in ing form.
It's in ing, exactly. So that is one of the main differences between be used to and used to. For example, you can say, when I was a child, I used to play soccer. okay? Infinitive. But if I say with the be going, with the verb be, in this case, we have to say, I am used to, can I say play soccer? Yes or no?
No.
Mm-mm. What is the correct one?
Playing.
Playing. What is the translation? I am used to playing soccer.
Me estoy acostumbrando a jugar al fútbol.
¿Me estoy acostumbrando?
Suelo jugar fútbol.
Estoy acostumbrado a jugar.
That is the one. In this case, the translation is estoy. Estoy acostumbrado a jugar soccer. But what happens if I decided to use it in past? I was used to playing soccer.
Estaba.
Estaba.
That is another difference. Can I use used to in future or in present?
No.
No, only in past. But be used to, can I use it in different grammar tenses? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, we can use it in present, in past, in future, in all the grammar tenses. And the only thing that you need to change is the verb to be. Okay? If I want to say it in negative, what will be the negative form?
I wasn't.
I was not.
I wasn't. Do I need the auxiliary? Yes or no?
Yes.
The auxiliary didn't?
No.
Not really.
No.
But if I'm using used to, do I need the auxiliary in the negative form?
Yes.
Yes. So now let's move on to the next one. The next verb is get used to. How can we use it? How can we use get used to? I need a volunteer for reading, please.
Since
Things
we are
in the process of becoming accustomed to.
Thank you. Look, get used to, it's similar to be used to, but the difference is get indicates a process. We are trying to get accustomed to. What is the structure? Again, I can say the subject. After the subject, I will need the verb get. After get, I need the verb used to. And what happens to the next verb?
ING form.
ING, exactly. So think about it. When we were in the pandemic, we were trying to get accustomed to different things. For example, I got used to working online. What am I saying here? What is the translation?
Como me estoy acostumbrando a trabajar en línea.
In this case, I was in the
Me
process.
estuve acostumbrando.
Good. I was in the process to get accustomed working online. Okay? Now imagine in the present. Can you tell me something that you are, getting used to? For example, you can say, you know what, guys, right now, getting used to what? Can you tell me something that you are still trying?
I am getting used to being in classes every morning.
Okay, look, in classes every morning. Pay attention here. Do I have the verb get? Yes.
Yeah.
The verb used to over here. And what happens to the next verb?
ING.
ING. Now imagine, I will say a sentence in Spanish, you translate it. Let's see. Yo me acostumbré a levantarme temprano. How can I say that?
I got used to waking up early.
Ah, very good. I got used to waking up early. What you have to be careful when you are using be used to and get used to is that don't forget to add ing to the verb. Because some people see, I can see the preposition too. So I will say wake. Not really. These verbs are followed by gerunds. Is it clear, the structure, everybody?
Yeah.
Yes? Are you sure? Let's have a practice so it can be clearer. But did you copy the structure? Did you copy the examples?
No.
Okay, copy please.
No.
You can write it down. You can take a screenshot, whatever you want. Just let me know when you finish.
I'm done.
Excellent, very good. Let me know when you finish. Ready? You're done? So remember everybody, used to is in the past. Be used to and get used to, you can use it in different grammar tenses. There's no problem at all. You can use it in present, future, past. It doesn't matter. So,
Done.
thank you. If I had to translate be used to, what is the translation, everybody? Be used to. What is the translation?
Estoy acostumbrado.
Good. In infinitive, it's like estar acostumbrado. But get used to, what is the translation of that verb?
Me estoy acostumbrando.
In this case, the translation is acostumbrarse. That is the difference. Be used to is estar acostumbrado. So, estuve acostumbrada, estoy acostumbrada, estaré acostumbrada. But in the next one, get used to is acostumbrarse. Me acostumbré, me estoy acostumbrando, or me acostumbraré. Okay? So that is the difference. Now, did everybody copy the information? Yes?
Yes, done.
Let's have a practice. I will share some sentences and you have to decide if you will use used to be used to, or get used to. Read carefully, everyone. Look at this. When he was a kid, he played video games. What do you think?
Used to.
Okay. Yes, very good job. Next one. She's still eating Asian food.
Getting used to.
Getting used to.
Are you sure?
Not getting used to.
Is used to.
Okay, is used to or getting used to?
Getting
used to.
Yes. So what it's saying here, she's still getting used to. That means that she's still in the process to get accustomed eating Asian food. Okay, she's in the process. How about this one?
Is
It
used
is
to.
used to drinking.
He's used to drinking a giant cup of coffee every morning?
Yes.
Yes.
Totally. How many of you feel identified with him?
Me.
Yeah.
100% me.
Okay. Next one. Look at this one. This is in negative. She staying up so late. That's why she's tired.
Isn't used to. She isn't used to staying up.
She isn't used to. Everybody, do you agree?
I think
She
it
Yes.
didn't
She
use to.
didn't used to.
Ah, she didn't used to.
She
Now,
didn't used to stay up.
you
She
have to keep in
isn't.
mind, everybody, the key words. For example, the verb says staying. Can I use used to with a verb in ing?
No.
No.
Get not.
Ah, look at
Yeah,
this
you.
one. Pay
Get
attention
used
here.
to.
Because
Isn't.
in this moment, pay attention, everyone. I have the verb in ing. Automatically, I have to say, okay, didn't used to?
It's not.
No. So I just have two options. So isn't used to or is still in the process. So what will be the correct answer?
Isn't.
I think
It's a
I think
negative.
isn't used to.
It's a negative, guys. Can we use gets used to?
No, isn't.
No.
No.
Good. Keywords. Be careful with the keywords. Okay, let's continue with the next one. What will be the answer here?
Didn't.
used to.
Isn't used to.
Okay.
Didn't used to.
Didn't used to.
Didn't used to.
Didn't.
Okay, everyone, I have different options, but give me a second that I'm trying to help one of your classmates to enter. I'm sorry. Okay, it's done. Can you continue watching what I'm sharing? Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so Disney is in negative. Be so empty. Look at the phrases. This is before and this is after. So what happens here?
Didn't used.
Disney didn't used to be empty.
Yes, didn't used
Yes.
Totally, very good. Next one, volunteer for reading. Go ahead.
He tried, but he can't. The cool winters here.
What do you think, everyone?
Get used to.
Used to.
Is used to.
Get used
First.
Keywords. I have the modal verb can't. After can, what happens with the verb? I need the verb in infinitive. Can I use the
Yes.
verb is after can?
No.
No.
Get used to.
Get.
Get used to.
Get used to.
So look at this one. He tried, but he's still in the process, okay? That is something that you have to consider, everyone. Is he still in the process, or he is already accustomed, or it's just something that he did in the past, but not anymore? That is the questions that you need to consider. Now, is it clear the differences between used to be used to, or get used to? Yes, a little bit.
A little
A little bit.
A little bit.
Let's continue practicing. Don't worry.
More
Look
or
at this
less.
question. What is something, pay attention to the verb, you used to love, but no longer do? What do you think? How can we answer this question?
I used to love eating pizza, but now not really.
Not anymore?
Or yeah, it's not a lot.
Okay, sounds a good example. What else, everybody? Can you tell me something that you used to love, but not anymore?
I
I
used
used to,
to
oh,
eat ice cream, and currently I didn't used to.
Why? You don't like ice cream anymore?
No.
Okay. Now, used to. Action that happened in the past, but not anymore. What happens to the verb? Base form.
In the base form.
Excellent. Look at the next question, everyone. The next question, let me change it. The question 2 says, what's something you are having a hard time getting used to? How can we answer that question? I'm trying to get used to what?
I am getting used to waking up early.
Ah, very good. Get used to, what happens to the verb?
Is ing.
Always. Very good. What else, everybody? What is something that you are trying to get used to?
I get used to eating healthy.
Okay, very good. So imagine she's trying, she's still in the process. Okay? How about the next question, everyone? Oops, let me move it. Could you get used to the rules during the pandemic? Remember that the characteristic of be used to and get used to is that you can use them in different grammar tenses. So in the end, everybody, could you get used to the rules during the pandemic?
Yes, because there was no option.
That's a good point. And you guys, could you get used to or not totally?
Not totally. I couldn't.
I
I
couldn't.
I couldn't get used to bring mask.
Wearing
mask.
Ah, look at that. That is a good sentence. I'm going to write it. If you say, well, I couldn't, oops. I couldn't get used to wearing face mask or mask. Okay? Again, get used to verb in ing. Okay? Now, look at the next question. Please, everybody, try to answer. Try to analyze how you can answer it. Will you ever get used to speaking English? What do you think? Yes? No? What do you think? Will you ever get used to?
Yes, as I gain more practice, I won't feel uncomfortable or nervous when I speak English.
Excellent, very good. Now, I know that these verbs can be a little bit confusing, but we will continue practicing them. In this moment, we just have a couple of, yes, do you have a question?
Can you show us an example in future?
Can you repeat?
Can you show us an example in future?
Of course, the rules, everybody, is just the same. I will share, if you see in this case, for example, you just need to use and decide which future structure you have to use. Imagine that we are talking about be used to. If you want to talk in future, you decide. Will you use will or be going to? In this case, imagine you can say, I will move to Canada. You know that the weather in Canada is very cold. So I will say, well, I will be used to cold weather. I will. I'm not used to yet, but in the future, I know that I will. I will be used to. The same with get used to. You can use it in future too. For example, I know that in the future, I will get used to speaking only in English. Okay, look, the structure is the same. The only things that is going to change is that you are using the auxiliary for future. If you want to say it in past, how can I say this sentence in past?
I got used to.
Good. I got used to. If you want to say it in present, I get used to. Can we use it in present continuous, in past continuous? Yes. In present continuous, how can I say it?
I am.
I am getting.
I am?
Getting.
Yes. I am getting used to. And the same with this.
If I use going to.
Which one?
Going to.
Is the same. Yes, it doesn't matter. I'm going to get used to. Or in this case, in the previous one, no worries, it's the same. It sounds a little bit weird, but I'm going to, to be used to. In this case, I know that the form for be going to is this. It's weird because we have verb to be here and verb to be here, but it doesn't matter. The structure is the same. I'm going to be used to. I'm going to get used to. So we can use it in all the grammar tenses. Got it? Is that clear?
Got it.
Are you sure? Ready for the exam?
No.
Don't worry that you know that this topic is not going to appear in the exam. Relax. Well, we have few minutes, everybody, but we cannot leave the class without practicing speaking. I have here different scenarios, and in some scenarios, we are using used to, be used to, got used to. You just need to complete the sentences. For example, name those things you used to do or things that you didn't used to do. So this is before and after the COVID. For example, before the COVID, I used to, travel to different countries. After the COVID, I'm no longer doing it. Okay, so you just have to complete the sentences. Let's try to do it. If you still have issues with it, don't worry, because we can continue reviewing this topic in the next classes. I'm sending the scenarios. Give me 1 second. Okay, I already sent it, everybody. Let's go to the breaking rooms. We only have 5 minutes, so please, everybody, enter to the breaking rooms and try to practice. Let's go. If you have doubts, Just let me know and I will help you with it.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. What are the questions?
Things that you used to do.
Didn't
Where,
used
where
to
are?
do. My case, I used before the COVID, I I used to study at the university, and after COVID, I I I can't hear you.
Yes, we can hear you very well.
No, maybe his Wi-Fi is not good. Isn't working. No, it's because
Okay. Who wants to start?
You,
Wes
let's
wants
start,
to
girls.
participate.
Okay. So
Okay.
we couldn't hear you.
Okay,
But
before pandemic, I used to travel to San Salvador because I lived far, but also I used to go to Zacatecoluca because I live near Zacatecoluca, and I used to visit some touristic park and with my family, but I'm getting nowadays I'm getting too used to staying at home, and I think it's difficult for me because I had to do a lot of chores on my
And when I was a child, I didn't used to read, but now I really enjoy to read a lot of books. I think
okay.
that.
Okay, in
And
my case,
Yes.
yes,
okay.
continue.
And in my case, about things before and after COVID, I remember I used to go to different places, and I remember I didn't use the mask because I had a normal life. Um, but then I think currently, after the pandemic, the COVID, um, I think I used to do all thing, but I use some caution, I think.
Use in future, but the verbs change. Like now we are talking about, I think, be used to, but in past, because it's were or weren't. Teacher, I don't know.
Hi.
Help us.
Uh, one question is you were or weren't is be used to, right?
Yes, but in
No,
past. So for example, before COVID, can you tell me something that you were used to doing? I used to, well, I was used to working face-to-face classes, not online. Okay, look, we don't have more time. This is a topic that we are going to continue practicing, so don't worry. Let's go back to the main room in these moments, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's
Thank
go
you.
back. Time's up. Let's go back to the main room, everybody. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back, everyone. Easy, difficult, more or less? How was the practice? More or less? Okay, listen, unfortunately, we don't have more time. So relax, don't worry. We are going to continue practicing this topic later in the next classes, okay? So just try to review a little bit the structure so you don't forget it. Now, look at this one. Before leaving, everybody, when is the exam?
Wednesday.
Monday.
Wednesday.
Monday.
Never.
Monday.
Monday.
Okay,
Okay.
look, everybody, let me tell you that today I'm going to give you the first homework, and the homework is going to be a listening practice, okay? I'm going to send you an audio, and I'm going to send you a link where you just have to answer some questions. It is not necessary to take a screenshot, and automatically when you send the answer, you will receive your score, okay? Just be careful and don't forget to write your full names, okay? I will send the information on WhatsApp's group. That homework is evaluated, so you have to do it. And of course, send it on time, please. Do you have any questions before leaving? No questions?
No.
Okay.
No question.
So everybody, have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Prepare for the
Thank
exam,
you.
please.
Thank
And
you.
see
Same
you
to
on
you. Bye.
Monday.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye, goodbye.
Have a good